hey guys, we can appreciate gender swaps in stories when you do it right. I thank you for being here. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Please give us a thumbs up if you do enjoy this content, and click that bell. You'll get notifications of all of our new content immediately. A lot coming your way. Please prayerfully consider becoming one of our Patreons. You'll get exclusive access to uncut, unedited, complete episodes, as well as early access to all of our content. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of this video. I think it's a perfect segue to bring us to kind of the next portion of the Fantastic Four, because a beautiful and, dare I say it, female Silver Surfer shows up onto the scene. We can maybe talk about that. I'll be frank with you. I wasn't even affected by the gender swap. It didn't bother me. Someone had said Silver Surfer is a alien thing from outer space. I'm not ultimately too concerned with its body parts necessarily. But this Herald comes in, and the Silver Surfer, excuse me, I don't want to mince my words here.
Sure.
She basically says the world's going to be destroyed soon. And this kind of kicks off the conflict of the story.
Right.
Talk to us about that. What were your thoughts about that role?
Well, when a flying naked silver person on a surfboard comes in and says the world is ending, you typically want to believe that kind of phenomenon. Or you all want to get checked for, hysteria or something like that. But the gender swap was a big topic of controversy, and we're a little sensitive, I think, in the conservative circles because of that. Wokeism has invaded and infiltrated so much of our favorite intellectual properties that we are triggered ourselves.
Yes, legitimately.
We were always so concerned about other people being triggered. We've now started to become triggered by any female that shows up in a man's role. But I think they were able to do it so successfully. Number one, because the multiverse allows for different representation in characters. So there is technically a female Silver Surfer in the comic books that's part of a different universe. This is Earth 828, I think it is.
That's right, yes.
And they make that known.
Yeah.
So it opens up the possibility that there could be a female Silver Surfer in this strand of the timeline. But if it was done incorrectly, I think we would have had the problem with it.
Agreed. Can I say something here?
Please.
I believe you're 100% correct. And you're almost being too kind to what Marvel, Star Wars, even DC, and others have done to gender swaps in the last 5 to 10 years.
Being diplomatic.
They've destroyed IPs. They've ruined it. And I think what they got right here with the Silver Surfer is that she was a female form, whatever you want to describe it as. It wasn't about that.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. It wasn't a statement. Whereas when you take, for example, She-Hulk, I know you didn't watch it, and God bless you for it. Absolutely. You remember they did the Ghostbusters remake,
right? All
female. And what was the point?
8.
Ocean's 8. The point was, we're women. We can do this better than men. We're funnier than men. We're everything, right? Whereas in Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer performed the same role. I thought it did a great job. I love that actress, by the way. Yeah. I remember her from Ozark. I don't know if you ever watched that show. It's a great show. And that's where she kind of got discovered.
Okay.
And so I was pleasantly surprised with you that it didn't bother me, and it wasn't some statement of feminism. It was rather a tasteful way and to prove, hey guys, we can appreciate gender swaps in stories when you do it right.
Right. Storytelling is the most important thing. We'll buy anything if you do it effectively. In science fiction, it does a really good job of if you can make it plausible, if you give us enough reason to believe that in this case this is very likely, or it just makes sense, then we'll easily accept it. And I think you're right. It's when it's a statement where there doesn't need to be a statement, that can be very frustrating because it seems dishonest, or in a way it's almost patronizing. That you're like, you won't notice this. She fits right into this role, but you can tell that the role was written for a male, and she is in many ways denying her instincts, her nature, by playing this role that is not suited to this character. Whereas in this case, where we have this theme of women who are self-sacrificing, which is something that any mother sacrifices her life when she gives birth to a child. It's one of the most in just the act itself of giving birth, there is that putting your life on the line,
absolutely,
putting yourself at risk.
Yep.
And she does that. So we believe that. We see it in Sue, as we'll talk about later, but we see it in her as well, that her role as a Silver Surfer came from that instinctual tendency to put your own life on the line for the sake of others,
right?
Which also creates this interesting paradox in her character, that she put her life on the line to save her planet, but she is now heralding the demise of other planets, which kind of feeds into this utilitarian kind of message that is in there, that ultimately speaks against it.
Yeah, they do. They play on that.
And I think it does a good job of exposing the problems with utilitarian philosophy in justifying, this saving everybody by putting somebody else's life on the line. But when you put a human life in that kind of changes the conversation.
Right.
We're not quite as comfortable. Some people may be.
Better not be. Exactly.
But
yeah. And that becomes a major focal point of this film.